Magic the Ranking.
Hey everyone, welcome to Boost Tutor. I'm Brandon, and today we're doing episode 2 of Magic the Ranking, which is where I allegedly will rank every single Magic card there is. In episode 1, we got through apparently 36 cards, as you can see there. Number 1, Birds of Paradise, awesome card, of course. Last, Baton of Morale, which gave a creature banding, I think, so you can see why that's horrible. All right, so what we do here is I go to Scryfall, I just hit random card, and we rank it on this list here. It's going to be a big list eventually, but right now it's 36 cards. Abby Gargoyle was our last one. Not a bad card. I mean, not great, but not bad. All right, our next card is Veteran Dungeoneer. All right, when it enters the battlefield, venture into the dungeon. 4 mana for a 3/4. I mean, enter the first room. Venture in the dungeon is that different from taking initiative? Yes. So not as good. I mean, it's a fine. It's like 4 mana for a 3/4, which is not great. Venture in the dungeon once, yeah, it gets you something. But if you're not able to venture anymore, what's the point? It does get started though, which is nice. That's pretty low on the list though. Here's the problem. I have to remember what a lot of these cards did. What does Restrain do? Let's see here. Restrain. Oops. There's a lot of restraints here. Prevent all damage that would be dealt by target attacking creature this turn. Draw a card 3. I think. Actually, that's pretty much right around where I think this might be. Battalion Foot. When there's a battlefield, you may search library for any number of cards named Battalion. 3 mana for a 2/2 that gets you other cards. That's better than this Dungeoneer. Strength of Arms +2/+2. Reverse damage. Oh, this is a. I think. What was Restrain again? Let's look at this. I think it's between Restrain and Reverse Damage. Just Restrain is prevent all common damage to be dealt by target attacking creatures. See, that's very narrow. So it's definitely better than that. Reverse damage. God, this is a problem. Not remember what any of these cards do exactly. But it reminds both of us, so it's fine. There we go. Next time a source of your choice will deal damage to you this turn, prevent that damage, you gain that much life. For 3 mana, double white. That's a pretty cool trick. Kind of like that. I think 32 is good for Dungeoneer there. All right, so it's like it's a or no 31, the new 31, we'll say. Veteran. What's going on back there? Cats are going crazy. There we go. Oops, done here. All right, 31. Worse than reverse damage, better than Restrain. Restrain draws you a card, but it's only attacking creatures. If it was like target creature, that'd be better, of course. But just attacking, ugh, no thanks. All right, next card. Ooh, Grixis Command. 3 black for sorcery. You choose to put 2 1/1 counters up to 1 target creature. Put 2 1/1 counters. It gains life until end turn. Great. Destroy each creature with power 2 or less. Awesome. Return up to 2 creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. That's fine. Each opponent sacrifices a creature with the highest power among creatures they control. Each opponent, not even players. That's a great card. I mean, anytime you get to choose up to 4 things, or you have a choice of 4 things, and you can pick 2 of them for 5 mana. Ooh, I can really swing a game. Endless One is a fine card. Mortify, is this better than Mortify? Yeah, this is better than Mortify. Better than Endless One? Yeah, it's better than Endless One, I think. This one's nice because it's colorless. I don't know if it's better than Banishing Light. Banishing Light is just so good. Rolling Thunder? I mean, this does get rid of a lot of things. Why am I dying right now? All right, let's see here. It might be better than Rolling Thunder, actually. Because this like destroys each power 2 less, which is what you kind of want to do with Rolling Thunder. Oh, wow. Sky Shroud Claim just gets you mana. Ooh, this might be number 5. Is it better than Rishkar? Okay, well, here's what are we basing this on? We're doing a commander. It's a great card in any block deck. We're doing for draft. Amazing first pick. If you're doing for standard, I don't know. Modern, not gonna see any play. Maybe a very controlly deck, but I mean, it doesn't like really help you that much with anything. Rolling Thunder's great for draft. Sky Shroud Claim's great for commander and draft sometimes. Chromium Immutable is just a great commander card. I think this might be number 5. Rishkar, I feel like, is just such an engine. Same with the Zuri. Like, that thing is just a bonkers. But I think Gix's Command could be our new number 5. Chromium, I'm like, I get more and more down on. But it's like, because I just look at it, I'm like, is it that great? And then you're like, it just wins you games. But yeah. All right. Gix's Command, freaking awesome card. Like, yeah, it's really good. Play that more black decks, seriously. All right, random conversion apparatus. What is this from? This is very new, right? Modern Horizons 3 Commander. Damn, okay. Conversion apparatus, 3 mana. Tap to get a colorless. All right, that's a basic 3 mana. I mean, some of them just give you any color. Pay 3 tap, you get 3 energy. Pay 3, or sorry, tap. Pay 3 tap, you get 3 energy. Tap, pay 3 energy, add 3 mana of any combination of colors. Okay, that's nice. So turn 3, you play this, you can tap it for a colorless. So you're like, okay, I mean, it's what you're going to do anyway. The color fixing would be nice, but sometimes you don't even need it. Pay 3, you get 3 energy. I mean, if you're playing this, you're only playing this in an energy deck. So you might already have the 3 energy. So next turn, you can just pay 3 and get 3 mana. That's pretty good. But it is very narrow. Only for energy decks. I mean, yes, eventually you can get there. But if you're playing this just as a one-off in like any deck, it's pretty slow. Like you're paying 3 for next turn to get like 3 more mana. It's fine. It's fine. But where does it go? All right. I think it's just a very clunky card that's great energy. I think, let's see here. Commander Sphere? I think it's worse than Commander Sphere. Commander Sphere can go to any commander deck. Dismal Backwater. I'm going to have to find whatever. Land of War Reborn. Let's see. Land of War Reborn. What is that one? Inner Duffel tapped. Add a green. Graft 1. That's something. I think that's... I mean, most green decks even want that. I mean, it's fine. A 1 counter, sure. It's like something you can easily cut from a commander deck. Draft, I guess you'd want that. Oh yeah, let's look at it for like draft. Is this even good for a draft? Like, I wouldn't first pick this. This is a rare. I mean, it's a commander card. But if I got this in a draft, I don't think I'd first pick it. I'd be like, thanks. Longbow Archer. Let's look at Longbow Archer. Longbow Archer is the 2/2 with the reach or first strike, right? Roseman Centaur. Convoke. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, it's fine. That's fine. It's definitely better than Roseman Centaur. Let's look at Longbow Archer. Longbow Archer. No. Oh, okay. First strike may block as though it had flying. 2 mana, 2/2, first strike. Also fine. Okay. I kind of feel like Sunbringer's Touch. I think that's a very narrow card too. Or Torch, is it say? Torch? Touch? Touch. Bolster X, where X is the number of cards in your hand. So if you have 0, this sucks. If you have 3, each creature you control with a 1 counter on it gains trample in turn. So bolster. Okay. Mm, mm. I feel like it's between that and maybe Commander Sphere. It's such a boring card, though. That at least can, like, if you're a 1-1 deck and you give them all trample, that wins you a game. Now, this just ramps you a little bit. Dismal Backwater is just, color fixing. I feel like it's in between there. I think that works. Conversion Apparatus, you are our new number 22. I mean, Dismal Backwater is fine for, it helps you fixing your draft. It helps with being cheap in Commander, but it's also like, it's just like boring. Conversion Apparatus, at least if you're in an energy deck, it does things. And not in an energy deck, at least it, helps you color fix and all that stuff. Steamer's Touch, I think, is like pretty good for your 1-1 counters. It's fine. It's like, sometimes I won't even run it though. Grand Sphere goes in any commander deck, but it's pointless in anything besides that. So I think it's around there. Like, this is for commander. Some of your essentially you can work in a draft. Dismal Backwards is great in draft. So yeah. All right. It might go. I might even put a little lower than Dismal Backwater. Do I do that? Let me just. What's Dismal Backwater? Let me just see here. That's just you gain a life and it's black and blue, right? Tapped, gain a life, black and blue. Yeah, I think we're fine there. All right. I'm going to go back to this. Oops. And then random. Random. Death Coil Worm. Holy shit. 6 green for 7/6. If it attacks and is blocked, you may choose to have it deal the same much to the defending player instead of to the creature blocking. Okay, so it has, what do you call that? Like the Rocks ability? Is that what that's called? I don't even know. Yeah. Okay. 7 mana. Kinda has invasion. It's gonna, great art. Rebecca Gay. Amazing. Love the art. So, number 1 in art so far. I don't put that actually. Let's see. So you just attack. 7 mana for a 7/6 is fine. Dies easily to removal. This card's boring as hell. Okay. Let's go down towards the bottom here. It's better than Abbey Gargoyle. Abbey Gargoyle has evasion. So is this kinda. Hex Gold Slith is fine. What's the Phalanx? That's the one that gives your tokens +1/+0? Or things +1/+0? Is it better than that? I don't know. Let's see. I don't think it's better than that. That is 2 colors, though. Vigilance, 4 mana, 3/3. Like, I don't even like that card this much. But at least if you're going wide, it lets you hit for a lot. This thing, it makes you hit for a lot. But it's so much mana to such a bad creature. In draft, if you can pump this out, that's pretty good. You're going to hit for 7 every turn almost. Definitely. I feel like it might just be under Phalanx. But do I like it better than the Centaur? Oh, man. It's an interesting card, right? Right? Let's see here. All right. So let's put it on the list here. Centaur. I'm not excited by Centaur. Chromos Phalanx, I'm not so excited by it. Hex Gold is fine, but it's like it's also kind of narrow. Though it isn't nice, it just gets bigger as it hits. So if you play it early, it's good for draft. Play against a lot in drafts. It's always something you have to kind of deal with, or it gets out of control. I feel like, a Roseman is just like, it's efficient. It's nice and efficient. We saw that. It's 5 mana, 4/4 Vigilance, Convoke. So you can play it like pretty early if you need to, and then it just gets out of control. This thing, you're not playing for a while. And even then, if it dies, you're like, fuck. That's all my mana. I feel like it might be worse than Abbey Gargoyle. But I'm not quite sure. It's definitely better than Battalion Foot Soldier. Battalion Foot Soldier is boring. think I want to put it above Hex Gold. Just because it can hit for a lot. 7 mana, pretty much unblockable. That's pretty good. It can win you games. Because if it blocks, it just deals damage. If it isn't blocked, guess what? It just deals damage. So, yeah, that works. That works. All right. Swamp. We're not doing basic lands. We're not doing basic lands. We're not doing unstable cards. That's a beautiful swamp, though. Jesus Christ. Who did that art? John Thatcher? Good job, John. Nimble Right Schematic. All right. This is from Battle Builder's Gate. Commander decks, right? Yeah. Okay. 2 mana, artifact. When it enters the battlefield or is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, create a 1/1 colorless construct artifact creature type. Yeah. These cards are like so. I guess you can do like some kind of shenanigans to just get a bunch of 1/1 colorless construct creatures, but what's the point of this card? It's just to do shenanigans with the graveyard and artifacts. So when it enters the battlefield, 2 mana, you make a 1/1. When it goes to the graveyard from the battlefield, not even when it leaves the battlefield, just goes into the graveyard, I make a 1/1. That's not great. It's not great. It's fun maybe for a little shenanigan thing, but that's going down towards the bottom here. Venturing Dungeoneer, I think, is better than that. Restrain, I think, is better than that. Or is this Blueprint? At least draws you cards. 9-ringed Bow. What does that do? I think it just does damage to spirits. Heavy. Let's see what the heavy is. Heavy. All right. Equipped creature doesn't untap during its control just tap. Equipped creature has this creature deals 2 damage to target creature or player for a lot of mana. It's better than that. 3 mana. It's like 7 mana to do this, and you have to have a way done. Ugh, that's bad. That's bad. Or just Blueprint is bad because it's like 6 mana and Echo. But at least is drawing you cards. This thing just makes a 1/1 for 2, which is not a good thing. And has maybe the ability to make a bunch of 1/1s. Sure. Sure. No thanks. No thanks. All right, next card. Murder. Murder is so freaking good. I can't believe Murder's like gone down to a common now. Destroy target creature. 1 black black. Just like that's amazing. It's so good. All right. Is it better than Mortify? I think it's better than Mortify, actually. Because, yeah, Mortify gets a creature or enchantment. But you have to be 2 colors. And it's like, sure. Is it better than Endless One? Guess what dies to... Guess what dies to Murder? Endless One. Would I take an Endless One over a Murder in a draft, though? Probably not. I don't think it's better than Endless One, though, actually. In a draft, would I take Mortify or Murder? I would take Murder every time. So I think that's easy. That's an easy one. Right there. Murder is great. I love it. It kills everything, like every creature. But Endless One is also just like a big dumb creature for X. You can play on turn 2 for 2, which is like, okay, sure. Or you can play on turn 10 for 10 if I have 10 mana. It's just, the way it scales is amazing. Banishing Light is great. Banishing Light is better than Murder. I'd take Banishing Light over Murder. Yeah, I take all these over Murder. Under the Floorboards, would I take that over Murder? Maybe? Let's see here. Under the Floorboards. Madness. Create 3 tap. You gain 3 life this creature. So for 5 mana, I get 3 2/2 black zombies. I might. But I want more. No, I think that's fine. It'd be hard for Under the Floorboards and Murder what to do there. So, what the hell is going on out there? All right, next card. Gogori Guildgate. Enters battlefield tapped. Tap, add a black and a green. It's fine. It's worse than Dismal Backwater, I'll tell you that. Where's it go though? Dismal Backward at least gains you a life. Longbow. Okay. All right, so let's see. It's worse than Dismal Backward, obviously. It's just kind of boring. Um, it's great fixing for draft or just like cheap fixing again. I'm not going to take it in a draft unless I'm those two colors, obviously. I don't want to first pick it. We're not going just by drafts. We're going by commander and other things. It's a gate. That does kind of matter. It's better than the worm. Phalanx? Is it better than Phalanx? I don't know. I feel like I can't have it too much better than Dismal Backwater because I have that up there because it's great fixing for things. Huh. But I think it's worse than even Llanowar Reborn. I'm thinking too much about draft is the problem. I think it's right there. All these lands are like going to be in the same spot, which kind of sucks. Because it's like it's not that much different than Dismal Backwater, but that does gain you a life, so like it's a little bump. Llanowar Reborn is nice because of the 1/1 counter, but also because like tap only taps for 1. See, so it's like It's interesting. All right, yeah. So just a boring gate. So whatever. There we go. Crucible Fire. 4 and a red. Enchantment. Dragon creatures can get +3/+3. This card used to be amazing. Like if you're doing a dragon deck, it's still great for a dragon deck, but also it's only for dragon decks. So it's only good for commander cards or for a commander. Draft, who cares? Maybe if you're doing some kind of modern dragons, even then, probably wouldn't play it. It is not a great card. So it's just too goddamn narrow. Like it is super narrow. This is like if you're in a dragon deck, it's amazing, but if you're not, it is worthless. So this kind of goes down. Whew. It's down at the bottom. Arbalest at least can do damage. It can at least do something. 9-ring bow does something, but only against spirits. So I think it might be like 9-ring bow. You don't even want to play. Like you have to worry about your opponent having spirits. This at least you're like building around your dragon deck. Like I can't even take this out of commander because it's only playable in commander and only like one type of deck. So I think it might be way down there. There we go. Crucible of Fire. Not a great card overall, but if you're playing a dragon deck, it's you kind of can't play without it for commander. So I mean you can, but it's pretty good. But yeah, it's way down there just because it's so freaking narrow. All right. Next card. Mountain, not doing that. Oh, who is this? Vodalian Illusionist. I feel like I just saw this card somewhere. Where did I see this? Target creature phases out. I don't know. And they're doing some kind of construction over there. It's kind of loud if you can hear it, so sorry. All right. 2 and a blue. 2/2. Pay blue, tap. Target creature phases out. That's pretty good, actually. That actually does a lot of work. That's a fun cube card. You can do nice shenanigans with that for commander. I don't know if he's playing anything else. It's very heavy blue. But it's a nice way if like, I'm gonna wipe the board, like, okay, hold on. Let me save my best creature. So, I mean, let's see. That is the guy who is green and red and taps for like a color and does damage. And like, these are all multicolored cards which do great things. Crimson, I feel like it's kind of around Crimson Mage. Because Crimson Mage is like a very red card. Apparently my thing's not working. There we go. Target girl gains haste in the turn. Only costs 2. Yeah, that's pretty good for that. So I think it might be... Is it above it or below it? I think it's above it. This like gives haste, which is nice. But this just saves a creature no matter what, almost. As long as you can use it. Is it better from under the floorboards? I don't think so. I think the floorboards is just pretty good, like, value. So yeah, I think it's our new number 15. Crimson Mage, great card, but Illusionist, pretty fun old card. That's pretty nice. I like that. Might run that in a blue deck or something if I had any. All right. Pearl Medallion. Here's an interesting one. Tons of reprints lately. Down to $1.80. Jesus Christ. I remember these things were like 20, 30 bucks. Okay, so 2 mana. Your white spells cost 1 less to play. Here's the thing with medallions. I don't really like them that much. They're kind of bad. I mean, okay, 2 mana, one thing costs something white costs 1 less. I guess that's fine. I don't know. They just like are very new player focused because you're like, as a new player, you're like, holy crap, all my white spells cost 1 less. That's so awesome. But also, I'm just like, yeah, if you play it on turn 2, that's awesome. But like later on, you're just like, okay, I guess I drew this card that does nothing for me right now. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of the medallions. Never have been. Like even in monocolored decks, I'm always like, sure, I guess. And then if I have something that's like 3 white, it's like, okay, it doesn't help me at all there. So a very narrow deck, only in white decks. But any white deck is nice because, you know, if you want a multicolored deck with white in it counts. But also I don't think it's very good. So I think, damn, this might be way down there. It's like Urza's Blueprint level for me. If it was just like all my spells cost 1 less, that's a little better. A little better. It's hella better. What am I talking about? Is it better than Restrain? Restrain's like hella narrow. But at least it can save you. And you do draw a card. Like anytime in a draft when I've played against this card, it's like done nothing for people. It's like, oh, this costs 1 less. I'm like, oh, okay, sure, yeah, I guess so. I always pass it in drafts. Commander, I kind of see it once in a while. And it's like, okay, it kind of helps out a little bit. Like I don't want the like rarity and the history of it to cloud me and be like, I can't put it below Restrain, right? I can't put it below Urza's Blueprint, right? I don't think I put it below. Urza's Blueprint is so fucking much mana, and it draws you card up, sure. Can I put it below Veteran Dungeoneer? That doesn't seem right, but at least that's does something. Yeah, I think it goes below Restrain. And I think all the medallions are going to go right there. So I just don't like them. I've never liked them. That's why when I had like were like 20 bucks, I had like a ton of them. I was like, yeah, get rid of these. I'm never playing these. Okay, let's see. And what? They're legal and modern now? Is anyone playing them? No. No. Of course not. Why would you? All right, Firebolt, 1 mana, deal 2 damage to any target creature or player. So it can't hit planeswalkers. Flashback for 4 in the red. That's great. That's a great card. It's great for draft. I would take lots of Firebolts in draft. Sorcery speed kind of sucks. If you're like, you know, any like Spells Matter deck, it works. Modern, maybe someone in Modern can play that. I mean, it costs 1 mana to do 2 damage. So, I mean, someone can play it. I don't know if you want to. There's much better cards. But yeah, that's a great card. Like, it's like cancel area. It's better than cancel, I think. Prowling Felidar. I don't know what that is. Oh, I know what that is. That's the +1/+1. That one's great. That's a good card. It kills a lot of things early game. Can really chip in damage. It's hard here. Hidden Stockpile is a fun, dumb card. This is just a workhorse, I feel like. And it's more for draft than anything else. Is it better than Beastmaster Ascension? I mean, Beastmaster Ascension can get out of control crazy. It's a little Windmore-y, but it's a fun card. I think it's around cancel. Like in draft, it's like amazing. It's great. I'd love it. But in other things, it's like, okay, it's fine. I could easily cut this in Commander deck, because what is it doing, really? So yeah, I think it's above cancel, though. Let's see. Prowling Felidar Landfall Vigilance. Like even draft, I'm like, that's fine. I'll take that. Fourth turn, I don't know if I want to do that. I mean, you want to play it like fifth turn because you want to get a land. So it's 5 mana for 3/4 vigilance, which is pretty good. It's out of firebolt range. If I play this commander deck that has landfall, it's just a big dumb creature with vigilance, which is nice. So yeah, at least I can see that playing like a little bit better. You know what? I'm gonna put firebolt above Felidar. I feel like Felidar can do things, but I feel like Firebolt is a little bit more versatile. But Beastmaster essentially is like a dumb fun card, and I love that card. All right. Come back here. Hit random. Wild Size. 2 and a green. Target creature gets +2/+2. +2/+2 and gains trampled in a turn. Draw a card. I mean, this used to be good back when this came out in Guild Pack, sure. Now it's just kind of like, sure, I could play this, I guess. The trample is very good. +2/+2 is fine. Drawing a card is nice, but not really like 2 mana for a 2/2 with trample. Hell, I'd want 1 mana for a 2/2 with trample and 2 mana to draw a card. Get rid of that two mana. I don't need to draw a card. And then it's like, okay, that's better. Adding 2 mana to draw a card is like, okay, sure. I don't know. It's just it's kind of a bad combat trick, right? You want your combat tricks to be like 1 or 2 mana. 3 mana is just like, eh. So I think this goes around the other combat trick, which is fine, but not a big fan. Strength of Arms. I think Strength of Arms is better because it's 1 mana. So we'll put it around there, yeah. Because like, it's kind of what you want to do. But not really. Reverse damage is like kind of like a combat trick. And also 3 damage. But you're just gaining life. That's fine. But this at least can kill a creature. It's an instant, which is nice. You draw a card. Yeah, okay. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Bramblewood Paragon. 2 and a green for 2/2. Each other warrior creature you control comes to play with initial 1/1 counter. Great for Warriors deck. Each creature you control with a 1/1 counter on it has trample. Great for a counters deck. That's a very versatile card. I like that. I like that. 2 mana. It's fine. It's other warriors, so it doesn't get its own 1/1. But if you did go 1/1, it gets trample. If you're playing a 1/1 counters warriors deck, this is great. What is? Oh, nice. There's apparently a full art version of this. That's pretty cool. But very much a commander card. If it's just draft, you have a 2/2 for 2, whatever. If you have a couple of warriors, that's fine, but you have to have this out first. If you're playing it like something that gives 1/1 counters, that's much better. I like when things just with your 1/1 counters gives trample. Always great. That's pretty good, actually. It's a good card. I like that. Man, elves are just good. It's like WotC is afraid because elves are like so known in the fantasy to like make they just give all the good stuff to the elves. All right, is it better than like a Murder or Mortify? No, not really. Is it better than a Crimson Mage? Maybe. Is it better than an Illusionist? If you're in a draft, depends on how many warriors you can get. I think it's better than Illusionist. Illusionist is nice. It's a new card. It's better than from under the floorboards. Maybe. But that's very much like if you're doing a commander deck that's based on that. Let's see here. I think it's better than the Druid. The Druid's nice. Gives you mana, deals damage. That's fun. It's definitely better than Beastmaster. Stockpile? Yeah. Is he better than the Druid? Yeah, because Druid's 2 colors. So it's hard if I'm doing a draft. And it's like, it just goes in any rule deck, kind of. If you're doing a Warriors deck, you want this card. If you're doing one with counter deck, you kind of want this card, which I might add to one of my counters deck cards. But it's like, then it's just like you have a creature that just gives your things trample, which there's other better ways to do that. You want this just mainly in a Warriors deck. So I think... Trying to think if it's... I think it's worse than Floorboards. But I don't know if it's better than Illusionist or worse than Illusionist. Don't know if it's better or worse than Crimson Mage. I can't just go by draft. Okay, yeah. All right, yeah. All right. I'm gonna go. Bramblewood is better in a draft than illusion. Like, okay, hold on. From other floorboards, I think is better in a draft, and it goes in zombie decks, great, and just anything value decks. Bramblewood is better in a commander deck based on warriors, which is very narrow, but also it's very good in a 1/1 counters decks, which there's a ton of, so that's good. It's good in your draft if you can get 1/1 counters or warriors, mainly the 1/1 counters. It's good in elves deck because those give counters too. So it's really good that way. Illusionist does stuff on its own though and doesn't need any of other things help. So yeah. Yeah, you know what? Let's go down a little bit more actually. Talk myself out of it. So alright, let's put it under Crimson Mage. I like Crimson Mage a lot actually. It's just what every red deck wants to do. So yeah. I think it's worse than Crimson Mage, because Crimson Mage does, like I said, red decks, gives things haste, exactly what you want to do. I think it's better than the Druid, because Druid's like, it's fun. It does 1 damage, it gives you things, but it's also not an elf, right? I don't think it is. Let's see, is it an elf? Maybe it is. I thought it was a human, which is always annoying to me. Yeah, it's a human Druid. So it's like, it's not even an elf. Which, if it was an elf deck, that'd be fine. In rule decks, it's like, it's good for pinging and, ramping out, which is nice. But also can, like, kind of easily be cut. So I think, yeah. In a draft, Bramblewood is worse than Druid, but in Commander around the deck, it's way better. So, and also, it just does, it's a pretty good card for overall, so. Some cards I'm like, this is so narrow, this goes way down here. And then like this one's like kind of narrow, but also it's so good in those narrow decks. It's kind of like, and it's like I can also see it played in other things. So yeah, I think that's pretty okay. All right, random. We're not doing unstable. Wackadoodle. Oh, Norn's Inquisitor. It's a more recent card too. 1 and a white for 1/1. When it enters the battlefield, incubate. And incubate is create an incubate token with 2 1 counters on it, because it's incubate 2. And then you can pay 2 to transform it into an artifact that's a 0/0 Phyrexian. So it's like an egg, and you catch it, and it becomes a Phyrexian creature that's a 2/2 now because of the counters on it. And whenever a permanent you control transforms to a Phyrexian, put a 1/1 counter on it. So, wow, that's really good actually. So you're getting 2 mana for 1, which is like but then you're getting your little 2/2 also. That isn't a creature yet. But if you can flip it, then it becomes a 3/3. So for 4 mana, you place on turn 4 or whatever as a 2/2, and then you or a 1/1, and you flip your other guy, you get a 3/3, which I like the whole like I have a 1/1 and a 3/3. The 1/1 can help me out with other things if I'm drafting around it, or I'm doing like an incubation commander deck or some kind of whatever deck. He helps me out and always gives a 1/1 counter. So he's like a little engine on himself. It's only 1 white. It's not a multicolored card. You could freaking blink this to do little abilities. Yeah, that's a pretty good card overall. I could see even in a draft maybe like first picking this just because, and then like, let's go incubation tokens. All right, so where does this go? As a pretty good card in a token incubation deck, which is very narrow because there's only been 1 set with that. And it's a knight, which I don't think it really goes in a knight deck, but it is nice that it makes a little token that's a 3/3 basically. I mean, let's say Firebolt. You play this, you get your token. I Firebolt this guy. Next turn you pay 2. You still have a 2/2. That's not bad, right? You had to use your Firebolt to get rid of this guy, but I still got this left over. This little token here, so that's not bad. Using a kill spell on this guy to kill him, and still have a 2/2, and it's only cost 2 mana. 2 later, I guess, for 4 mana. Yeah, it might be better than Firebolt. Beastmaster Ascension, like I said, very narrow deck, but it's kind of Windmore-y. Oh man, is this? Is this like Bramblewood Paragon? Hmm. Maybe Firebolt's too low. It's just that sorcery and 2 damage is like so slow. But this kind of beats it. So hidden stockpile. What does hidden stockpile do again? Makes 1/1 servos every time something leaves the battlefield, right? Instant permanent control. Yeah, that's really good. That's a dumb card. All right, it's such a good engine. Beastmaster Essential. Let's make sure. Paste. So let's just look at this. Let's look at this. When you attack with a creature, put one across as long as you have 7 or more. That's a lot. This card maybe should go lower. But it's too late. It's already in. I think this is better than that. I think this card just has so much value going on here. You can get more and more, and even if it dies, it's still like, okay, sure. But it's not as good as Hidden Stockpile. It works well with Hidden Stockpile, though. If you're making all kinds of tokens and stuff, little incubation tokens, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All right. We are not getting anything like bottom or top. It's just all in the middle right now. Like very middly. All right, here we go. This is going to be our number 1 card. Watch. Hold on. This is going to be our number 1 card. Here we go. Oh, okay. Hey, we got Mythic. All right. God, this is so much text. Jadzia? Like Jadzia Dax? Oracle of Arcavios? So, 6 blue. Legendary creature, human wizard. Discard a card. Return this to its owner's hand. So, I paid 8 mana. I'm going to discard a card and return it. Magecraft. When you cast a spell or copy an instant or sorcery spell, reveal a top card of your library. If it's a non-land card, you may cast it by paying 1 rather than paying its mana cost. If it's a land card, put it on the battlefield. When you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, reveal top. Okay, so every time I play Opt, 1 mana. Reveal a top 1. If it's a non-land card, I may cast it paying 1. That's pretty good. That's so much mana, though, to get that thing out. And I guess it helps against removal. Its sorcery is you may put any number of land cards from your hand to the battlefield. Then if you control 8 or more lands, you may discard a card. If you do, return this. This card is like... I don't know, man. So much mana to do such dumb things. Like, Journey in the Oracle is a bad card. I'm going to pay 4 mana to put all the lands in my hand. Okay, at that point, I probably have maybe like 1 or 2, if any. I guess I could cast this for 4 and return it to my... Why would I do that? That's such a pointless side. So we gotta base it on this side. 8 mana for 5/5. Maybe I could sneak this in somehow. Sure. And then every time I cast or copy an instant sorcery spell, the top card of my deck, I can pay 1 and just cast it. That's not bad, but 8 mana is so much mana. This is a commander card through and through. And even then, I'm just like, so much mana, who cares? At that point, I have like a ton of mana. Who cares if something costs 1? That's very Win-Mori. This is not a good card. I guess, I mean, it goes in Grixis, so at least there's that. At least it does something. Has no evasion. It's a 5/5. I don't like this card. Not a fan of this card. But it does very, very well. Just casting something for almost free. It's an online card. You know, cast. I guess the point is, you keep revealing land cards and put them in your hand. No, you put them on the battlefield. What is the point of the other side? It's just so much mana. It's only good for commander. I would never play this in a draft. I might put this below blueprint. At least blueprint, I can pay 6, draw a card. This, I pay 8 and do nothing. And then it just dies, maybe, unless I discard a card. Here's the thing. This card sucks. But if you can pay 8 or sneak it in somehow and get to stick and no one kills it, and you get a really big card the next time you cast a spell, that's cool. You did your thing. You're probably able to cast that card next turn anyway. Like, I guess you can go off. That's fun. This is a dumb card that I'm not a fan of. Cloud, settle down over there. But it does do crazy things. Veteran Dungeoneer. This is a weird one to put. Because I don't think it's a good card. I think it might be below Urza's Blueprints. Urza's Blueprint, I can pay 6, tap it, and draw a card. Okay, let's put it above Urza's Blueprint, but below Perlmadine. I'll put it there. Just because you can go off with it. It can get crazy. But there's so much setup you have to, like... The mana cost is so dumb. But if you can get out for, like, you know, victimize it or something, you know, reanimate it and take 8 damage, whatever. Then it's like, okay, yeah, you're cooking with gas here. But I don't know. I guess it's maybe a reanimation target. If it's that, then yeah, that's fun. Okay, hold on. If I do this as a reanimation target, and then I just cast, like, other spells, and I'm playing, like, you know, what's another big dumb blue creature? I don't know. It's another big green dumb creature. I don't know. Terrestodon. Fuck. From 1? Ouch. That sucks. But I can't play this as a commander, because you have to be a Sultai deck, which is possible. So, okay, in a Sultai deck, it's pretty fun. It's not that much funner, though. And it's only commander. This is only a commander card. On the basis of its... Let's put it below reverse damage. I think it goes up a few steps, because that does seem kind of fun now that I'm thinking about it. All right. Look, guys. If you play this in your deck, I'm sorry that you think it's the best card ever, and I'm an idiot, but I don't know, man. It's only good in Commander and one type of deck, maybe. So, and maybe there's other decks that can play in. Like, it is Simic. You can ramp like crazy. But then I'm just like, you're ramping. Who cares about this card? Okay. Next card. Might be our last card. No, we got a few more minutes here. I'm doing this for an hour. All right. Mirror of Fate. 5 mana. Artifact. Sacrifice it. Choose up to 7 face-up exile cards you own. What? Choose up to 7 face-up exile cards you own. Exile all the cards from your library. Then put the chosen cards on top of your library. What? I'm sorry. Hold on. I have to take a drink of water. So I have this out for 5 goddamn mana. I tap, sacrifice it. I choose up to 7 face-up exile cards you own. Where are these cards at? What cards? You don't choose exile cards until Mirror of Fate ability resolves. It doesn't matter how they wound up in exile zone. Okay. What? What? I don't understand this card. If you just so happen to have 7 face-up exile cards somewhere in the game, and this happened, you can use this card. This card's worthless, right? Was there like an exile face-up theme going on in M10? Because I don't understand this. Okay, well, let's say I do have 7 cards in exile, face-up. Not face-down, mind you. Face-up ones. I can exile all cards from my library, which is like gross, and then put the chosen cards on the top of your library. So those become my new library. So I still have to draw them. And they're cards that were exiled, which maybe they're not even great. This is like some kind of combo piece for a bad combo, right? Maybe a good combo. I don't know. But on its own, this card sucks. This card isn't on our bottom, but it's down there. Holy crap, that's bad. This is back when Magic was like, I don't know, here's a card, do something with it. Have fun with this. Like now this card would be 5 mana. You could exile. Let's see. It would be 5 mana, comes into play, or you could just be tap, exile top card of each opponent's library, and then sacrifice this, choose up to 7 exiled cards, and pay them up, paying their mana cost. That's what this card would be now, because it has to solve its own riddle right now. This one's just like, here's part of the riddle. Go search for the other parts and find out what the answer is. So, yeah. But this is... And you know what? This makes it a bad card. But a fun one to, like, solve a riddle. But it's definitely like... What is prosthetic injector? Which sounds very iffy if I've never said that. That sounds like something... What does this do? Equip creatures +0/+0 and has toxic 1. Yeah, that's bad. That doesn't even do anything. Holy crap. All right. This is below that. Or is it? Yes. Yes, it is. It's our new... Like, Baton just is unplayable now. This at least is a combo piece, but on its own, doesn't do jack shit. So Mirror Fate, our number of 52. Oh boy, I have never seen that card before. That's bad. All right. Netherese Puzzle Ward. 3 and a blue. Enchantment. This is what? Forgotten Realms? Yeah, like this looks like a D&D thing. Focus Beam. At the beginning of your upkeep, roll a d4. Scry X, where X is result. So if you roll 2, you scry 2. This is the beginning of my upkeep. That's pretty good. 4 mana though. Perfect Illumination. Whenever you roll a die's highest natural result, draw a card. Okay. So I'm rolling a d4. If it's 2, I just scry 2. For 4 mana, that's bad. If I roll a d4, I scry 4, then draw a card. I have ways to re-roll and maybe get the 4. That's nice. Like I said, this is kind of like its own like riddle being solved. Where it's like you're scrying a d4 and then you can maybe draw, but it's like not always going to happen. It's just kind of like maybe it can happen. It's kind of boring, I gotta say. Like, okay. It's one of those cards where it solves its own riddle, but also I'm like, I don't want to play this. I guess if you care about dice rolls, it's pretty good. If you care about scrying, it's pretty good. But it's kind of like, I don't know. 4 mana to just scry it once or 1 to 4 times at random is not a great card. If I get to draw a card, then yeah, that's pretty cool. But so I'll put this down. It is fun though. Just like I get to roll dice, but I'm not gonna base on that. Abbey Gargoyles does stuff. Soldier does stuff. Strength the Arms does stuff. I'm like, it's kind of around like, Pearl Medallion, like around there, because it doesn't really do anything. I think it's better than Pearl Medallion though, because at least it can draw me a card. Yeah. Oops. Where did the Ward 3 come from? Oh, it's just Ward, Puzzle Ward. Idiot. All right. Let's do like probably a couple more cards. We'll see how much time we got. All right, random. Oh, God. Ophiomancer. Jeez, this card's good. 1 and black for a 2/2. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control no snakes, create a 1/1 black snake creature token with Death Touch. Great card. Amazing card. 3 mana for a 2/2. You think, that's not that great. But each upkeep, you can just make a 1/1 if you don't control snakes. So you're basically just have a 1/1 all the time, which is nice. Is it good? Actually, I think about it. Not that great. I thought, it's good. A 1/1 Death Touch, you can just keep making. I mean, like, yeah, let's say it's your turn, you play this, you pass the turn, you get a 1/1. They attack you, you can block with your 1/1. And the next turn, you get another one. Yeah, that's pretty good for Commander. Even for, like, draft, it's good. It's like, it's something you have to deal with because it's just going to be annoying. So, yeah. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good card. It's not as amazing as I thought it was. I was like, oh my god, this card. And I was like, yeah, it's good. It's good. It works. It does its work. And it's like, it's great on its own. So it's better than like Beastmaster Ascension Norn's Inquisitor. Like, I would take this very highly in a draft, actually. I'd take it above Under the Floorboards. I'd take it above Murder. I'd take it above an Endless one. Okay, this is a good card. Damn. I would take this in a draft above most things. Above Grixis Command? Maybe. Above Rishkar? Maybe. Azari, probably, but that's an amazing commander card. This doesn't, like, it's just a fine commander card. You know, it's not like doing anything like special, like crazy, but it's getting by on its draft in like Cube. It's nice little fun, like humans or snake. Rolling Thunder does destroy it. I think it's better than Grixis Command, though. Right? Right? Just because Grixis Command does a ton. Really like it. It's 5 mana, though. Not going to win you the game. This isn't going to win you the game, but at least it's only 3, and it's just like, it's something that has to be answered with. I do like this card. But is it better than Gix's Command? I keep saying Grix. Gix's Command. Yes. I will say yes. I will say yes. Yes. All right, there we go. Freemancer. Number 5. So up there. Up there. Great card. Really like this card. All right. Oh, God. This one's for you, Dave. Silverback Elder. 3 green, green, green for 5/7. Whenever you cast a creature spell, choose one. Destroy target artifact or enchantment? Sure. Look at the top 5 cards of your library and you put a land card among them into the battlefield tapped. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order, or you gain 4 life. All right. In a draft, I would easily first pick this. It's heavy green, but who cares? I would easily first pick this card. Doesn't have evasion, which kind of sucks. Well, it is a 5/7, so it blocks for days. Can get in for some good damage. And Commander, I mean, if you're playing an ape deck for some reason, some weird, crazy reason, who does that? It goes in that. It goes in anything that casts creatures. Like, it's just a really good card. I don't know. The fact that it doesn't have invasion, though, does really hurt it sometimes, because it's mean like you just want to hold back and cast your creature spells and do its abilities. That's all you want to do with it. And the 5/7 is like, it just lives that way. The harsh green of it doesn't really matter, because green could just like, yeah, whatever, through green, I can do that in like turn 2. What are you talking about? So, God, this card's so good. I'm surprised it doesn't see more play. I just don't get it. It's such a good card. I guess the fact that it doesn't get you creatures kind of sucks. Like the top 5 cards library, you may put a land card, put the rest of them. Yeah, so it destroy things, get you lands, or gains you life, but doesn't help you get a creature anyway, which is what you want. I can see that, I guess, but it's still an amazing card. So let's see here. Where to put it? So we're back up at like Ophirmancer levels here. Is it better than that? If I had a choice in a draft to take this or that, I would take this. This goes in like any green deck almost. Yeah, it's better than that. Is it better than Rishkar? Rishkar is nice. He gives you mana. He is an elf. Oh, he might be our new number 3. Gazuri's great, but he's only for elf decks. And he's like an amazing elf commander. Like, he goes in any elf deck. But and Arid Mesa is like, you know, it's Arid Mesa. You know, that just helps you in like so many decks. Modern. I don't think this ever saw play in a constructed format, though, sadly. Zuri could see play. Rishkar could, or Zari did see play in like, you know, elf decks. Rishkar could, maybe he did. I don't really know. And he also does, the Silverback has to deal with the fact that you play him on turn 5 or 4, because you're green, whatever. Whenever you play him, you have to be able to play a creature spell right then, or at least the next turn if he survives. So he's kind of just like a big dumb creature if you don't have other creatures to play. Zuri really helped. Ugh, yeah, this is a hard one. I do like him. Hmm. Let me look at Rishkar first for a second here. All right. When it enters the battlefield, put a 1 counter up to each 2 creatures. Each creature you control with a 1 counter. See, each creature you control with 1 counter on it, it adds green, is great for any counters deck. Like, you're just making tons of mana. This guy helps you with that. He's only 1 green. He's an elf. God, he's good. Missouri. Let me look at Missouri real fast. Yeah, just regenerate target elf for green. Holy crap. Elf creatures can go like a +3/+3 and trample. That's like an amazing green card. Or elf card. Just Silverback Elder, like I said. Yeah. I think he might be either 4 or 5. No, sorry, 5 or 6. I don't know if Theomancer is it's good. I like our draft. I think this might be our new number 4. Like, look at that. We just got a new number 5, and now we got another new number 5. All right. There you go. Number 5. Sorry, Dave, it's not higher. But it's the best I could do. Just because those elves are too good. Too good. What the heck? Keep doing that. All right. God damn, he's good. And next random card. Fuck. We're just hitting all these good cards. Liliana Vess. 3 black. 5 loyalty. Target player discards a card. Fine. Okay, you could do it to yourself if you're playing like Reanimate or something. What is this secret lair that's $600? Ah, look at that. Look at that. Placeholder image. All right, so it's signed. Okay, sorry. -2. Search your library for a card, then shuffle it. Shuffle your library and put that card on top of it, so it's like a tutor of sorts, like a vampiric tutor almost. Or -8, put all creature cards in your graveyard on the battlefield under control. Jeez. Okay. So, Commander, amazing card. Any black deck would want to run this. It's a little like, these are the early ones, so they're a little bit slower. It's like 5 mana, but you get 5 loyalty, and then you have to wait like, what, 4 turns just to get the ultimate to go off, but its ultimate is great. Its +1 is fine. Like, I don't know. Am I really going to be doing that often? Probably not, unless I'm doing it to myself or I just want to screw someone. The -2 is nice. It goes on top of your library, which kind of sucks. But you can just, get something. It goes down to 3 loyalty. You have to protect it. It doesn't protect itself. It's always a thing. But its ultimate is amazing. You can't really base a Planeswalker on just its ultimate. You have to look at other things. But its ultimate is, like, fun and dumb and so good. The fact it doesn't protect itself sucks. The fact that just discarding for a target player sucks. Getting a card put on top of your library kind of sucks. But if you're in Commander, you're going to have ways to protect this. Yeah. It's definitely like one of those older Planeswalkers you can fill. Like, this would probably cost like 3 nowadays. It'd be like 1 black for this. Okay, so let's see. Where does it go? Is it better than cancel? Of course it's better than cancel. Is it better than hand stockpile? Let's see. If a draft, if I open this, would I be like, oh yeah, I'll take this? Or I'd be like, oh, I don't think I want this. I mean, in draft 1-on-1, target player discards a card. That's pretty good. Being able to search for your bomb is pretty nice, but you don't get till next turn. I mean, yeah, paying 5 mana to make a creature or player discard a card kind of sucks. So you have to pay this basic on Commander. It's not bad. Pretty good. Pretty good. So it's more like in the Beastmaster Ascension area, I feel like, where it's only good in Commander. Is it better than Beastmaster Ascension? I think so. just because that ultimate's amazing. And if you're going by ultimates, the Beastmaster Ascension is an ultimate. Like you have to do work of getting counters on it to get to its ultimate, and it doesn't have anything else going on for it. Norn's Inquisitor is a great, just like all around great card where it's like, hey, this does things, where it gets me tokens. It makes my other things, if I incubators bigger. My brain is melting, by the way, if you can't tell, because it's hot in my garage right now. I think it might just be right there, right? Number 22, 23. Like in a draft, do I take this or Norn's Inquisitor? Depends on the draft. If it's a Chaos draft, probably just take this. But I don't know. Yeah, I think it's better than that, actually. Hint Stockpile. I feel like that just does so much. So many shenanigans you can do with that, which is fun. Is it better than Druid? Might be better than Druid. Better than Bramblewood? Bramblewood does stuff. Better than Crimson Mage. I mean, I can't like be like, oh, is it better than this like Crimson Mage? But I don't have any red. Of course you have red. I think it's just below Hidden Stockpile. That's my feeling. It's not a great Planeswalker anymore outside of like commander decks that want to do its ultimate. Or you want to discard your own stuff. Like, efficiency wise, making a target player discard a card, sure, whatever, who cares? Searching for things put on top of your library for 2, like for 5 mana, that's worse than Diabolic Tutor. Then put all creature cards is like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? Like, how'd it go from like bad, like okay ability, or sorry, bad ability, okay ability to like game breaking ability? It's so dumb. But yeah, 22 feels good. Just because those ones are so old. If it costs like 3 mana, I'd be like, okay, that's way better. That's like, I can do that turn 3 and feel good about making them discard a card. Whereas turn 5, I'm like, okay, they might not even have a card. So let's do one more. Because that one I feel like is controversial. We can do one that's going to be the worst card ever. So here we go. Random card. No, that's a pretty good card. Feldorn Dreadwolf Herald. 1 red-green for a 3/3. Whenever you cast a spell from exile or a land enters battlefield under your control from exile and create a 2/2 green wolf creature token, I can pay 1, discard a card, exile top card of your library. You may play it this turn. This card's pretty freaking good. It's one of those other things where they're solving their own equation, where it's like, hey, if you do this thing, you can get wolves. Like, oh, crap, I can make a whole deck about how am I going to get things in exile? Oh, don't worry, don't worry. We have a way for you to do that too, so don't even like worry about adding other things. Like you could, it would make the deck way better, but this card is going to do it all. So it's an amazing card. 2 colors, which is fine. I would first pick this easily, just because I can discard a card, then exile top card of my library. I can play it. If it's a land, I get a 2/2. If I just cast it, because it only costs 1 to do that, to do this card, I have plenty of mana, I'm sure, to play whatever I'm revealing probably, and then I get a 2/2. Like, yeah, the card's, it's so good. It's so good. Is it only for Commander? I mean, there was Commander's Legend, so you could draft this. I would easily first pick that. It's like not even like a narrow. It just does stuff on its own. It's so good. The fact that it's 2 colors kind of hurts it, but for Commander kind of helps it. Whew, she is really good. I think she might be better than Silverback Elder. Is she better than Rishkar? Rishkar's good. She's just a good commander. She's great in a draft. Fuck. Better than Azuri? Is she better commander than Azuri? Azuri wins you games. This gives you tons of value. Better than Aramessa? No, it's just, that's bonkers for other formats. I think she might be better than Silverback Elder. Rishkar. I think she's better than Rishkar. She's better than Azuri? In a vacuum, I think she's better than Azuri. I think she might be our new number 3. Like, that card's just good, right? It's just really good. I play this. Hold on. Let's talk about it a little bit more. I play this turn 3. It doesn't do anything. She kind of sucks. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. I play this turn 4. I have 1 extra mana. I discard a card. If it's a land, I get a 2/2. So for 4 mana, I got a 3/3 and a 2/2, but only if it's a land. Later on, say I have 5 mana. I play this. I discard a card. I can play something for 1. Oh, no, you have to tap this. You can't even do this like on 1 turn. So, okay, that does hurt a little bit. But I have a deck with cards in exile, like other ways. Okay. She goes down a little bit. She's really good, though. Okay. She's not better than Rishkar. She's better than Silverback, though. I'm sad to say for you, Dave. I'm sorry. I think she just does way too much. And she only costs 3. Yeah, okay. She's our new number 5. Rishkar is awesome. I love that card. It comes down. You can still have more mana to do things. It makes your things bigger. That thing's awesome. Azuri is just a beast in elves. Like, I can't even, like, sorry. It's too good for an elves deck. Like, it really propels it. If you, like, first pick that in a draft, you're like, I'm taking any elf I can. I don't care. And it will be amazing deck because of Azuri. And then Aramis, you know, it's a fetch land. Fetch lands are played in everything. Birds of Paradise, amazing card. All right, I think that does it. We didn't get a new number 1. We didn't get a new number 57. What were we at? 36 before? Damn, we went through a lot of cards. But we did get a lot of good things in between. We got close to a bad card. We got Mirror of Fate. That was horrible. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Like, would you put something higher or lower? It's not going to matter. It's not going to change anything. But I would like to know, like, hey, you're totally wrong on this. Or like, it should be lower. It should be higher. Or, you know, whatever. If you want to follow me on Twitter, booster_tutor, Patreon, patreon.com/boostertutor, all that. Like I said, I go like around an hour on these just because keep it nice and light. Don't want to do 3 hours. Some people want that. I don't want to do that. Some people want like 15 minutes. I'm like, what's the point in that? So whatever. But yeah, thank you so much. Love continuing doing this. So dumb. So dumb. All right. Till then, see you next draft. This program brought to you by viewers like you.